Beep. Beep. It's a bit like that bunker. If anybody used to watch Lost, it's a bit like that bunker that Desmond used to hang out in. Do you remember that? Any Lost fans kicking around out there in here? I don't know. It's a good question. Any Lost fans? Let's find out. Lost? Never. We're here. We're live. We're here. We're present. We're as correct as we're ever going to be, guys. Good to have you all here.
Is it really?
Okay, it's better than watching Starfleet Academy. Oh, fuck me. Oh,
Rabbi, can I play your 25-second thing? I'll cut it off at the end so I don't get the last sentence. But can I play what Rabbi sent to me, because it sounded like he was facing the most awful task known to man.
Yes.
Knowing Rabbi, he was facing the most challenging mating opportunity that anybody have ever had.
Play it.
To thing.
This
is what he said, and just listen to the enthusiasm in his voice.
Oh, fuck me. I got 14 minutes and 53 seconds to go. I hope it has a lot of titles. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck. Oh. This is really bad. Oh.
I said like 3 or 4 of them during watching it, and I was watching it on like nearly double speed. Oh God, it was awful.
It sounds like you are about to engage in the most challenging masturbatory activity ever known to mankind.
Oh, I sound very different when I'm doing that. It's,
in the personal.
All of the notes I was writing to myself during the episode were in all capital letters because I was yelling into my notes.
Oh God!
I think if I were to make notes during any of this, Chris, it'd just be in big bold letters. Never ever do this ever again. But I think I get that quite a lot when I'm watching the telly now, and sure enough, we get hit by something else. How's your week's been, everybody? I mean, obviously, none of us are on have turned up in the Epstein file, so that's good.
Most of us haven't.
I want to know what this art is from.
It's from a pulpy comic, King Kong comic. I think it's from Key Comics from the late 60s or early 70s.
Gold Key
Comics is one of those things. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I can find out for you. But for me, this very much summed up the mood of the week. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein turns out he might still be alive. That's the talk
in
I'm
Israel.
hearing.
Right.
Yeah, he's running the chip shop with Elvis, and Lord Lucan. Shergar pops in from time to time.
No, they're serving that in the chip shop.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts? What do you think the likeliness is? Because the more I sit and think about it, I think, is Mr. Jeffrey still alive? I think, we know that he didn't top himself. We can pretty much know that cast iron certainty. So, and we've got no footage. Obviously, nobody knows where he was buried. There was no funeral or anything like that.
Oh,
so
really?
there's no reason. It's not impossible that dirty bastard is still alive.
Remember Kenny Lay from Enron in the 90s or the 2000s?
I thought you said Kenny Lynch.
Oh, Kenny Lynch.
1970s, the black comedian from the 70s.
It's like, is he alive? It makes much more sense he'll be dead, right? I mean, like, there's all these famous people. It's much more sense that he's dead. By the way, his name wasn't really Epstein. He changed it to sound more Jewish, so he'd have more credibility as a broker.
Oh, okay.
Really? What was his name? Smith?
I have no idea.
Yeah, Ken Smith.
With all the stuff that's coming out about that guy, he was just evil personified.
They're all evil personified. Like everybody around, they're all evil personified. It's like
you've got Peter Mandelson in the papers this weekend. He's done an exclusive for the Times where they've got him like at home in his kitchen with his dog next to him in his casual wear, saying pretty much going, "Don't look at me." Fucking hell! This guy's he's resigned like at least twice through corruption, And that numpty Keir Starmer gave him another job.
I didn't even know who he was until that picture showed up. I'd like to thank the internet for showing me that picture. That was the high point of my
The one in his pants.
dear
Underwear.
God. What leaders
Peter
you have
Mandelson.
there in the UK? I'm
Peter Mandelson,
so
Chris.
impressed.
He's been a notorious political figure in Britain for around 3 decades, maybe longer. People would make standing jokes about him because he was so clearly a very dishonest and disingenuous man who was always out for himself. And so now he's gone global. Mandelson has gone global, and everybody knows who he is. So Starmer has sort of he's very sort of rushedly trying to make out that he barely knew him or knew
right.
in the same. Mandelson is claiming that he didn't really know who Jeffrey Epstein was. So it's all. I mean, it's.
Well,
if it wasn't so nasty and so worrying, I suppose.
Well, now that the lights have been turned on and all the cockroaches are scattering, this is the phase of the process where they're all throwing each other under the bus to save themselves. I mean, that's just.
Apart from Billie Eilish, who threw herself under the bus.
I can actually say that I actually have met Peter Mandelson once, fortunately.
Here comes the disclaimer.
Yeah.
Did he put his finger up your ass?
No, he didn't. But he put his finger. But he put his finger up a lot of students' asses.
Well,
it was before the 1997 famous Tony Blair landslide victory, and. I was asked if I was told basically because I worked for the student magazine as a volunteer writer, and nobody wanted to go to the Labour Party sort of event at Millbank on a Tuesday afternoon, and so it was a sort of like, David, do you want to go? And I went, are you asking me or are you telling me? Well, I've got a free train ticket. I've got 50 quid expenses. Here you go. Have a go out because nobody else wants to cover this because there are a load of Tories on the magazine. So I just went, all right, okay, it's a free trip. Anyway, there was Mandelson there in this room at Millbank, this big press room, along with disgraced former Labour MP Nick Brown. Just Google him, everybody.
I remember him.
And he was Shadow Education Secretary. And there was all these toffs from Oxford, Cambridge, LSE, London School of Economics, and posh universities. And I just stuck my hand up and I said, hello, David Milling, Portsmouth, University of Portsmouth, Students' Union paper, which was called Pugwash. So I had to say the name of the magazine. And I just went, are you going to introduce tuition fees?
Simple.
And there was
question.
look of horror, because all the other questions were
like that.
And there was a look of horror both on Mandelson and Nick Brown's face, and Mandelson just went, Nick, I'll let you answer that one. Basically, Nick Brown gave a waffle about how he wanted the Labour government, or the incoming Labour government, wanted more people to go to university and blah, 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 blah. First thing they did when they got into power was put tuition fees in for students.
What a shock.
And I just thought, and the best thing is, to make it relevant to this podcast, I just went, oh, well, quite honestly, Mandelson and the brigade believe in the needs of the one rather than the needs of the many or the few. So I quoted, I made a better attempt at quoting that famous line from Spock in The Wrath of Khan in that, and it got published. So, my only sort of encounter with Mandelson is the fact that he couldn't answer a simple, straight question with a yes or no, and then he threw a colleague under the bus, and then the first thing they did when they got in is fuck over a load of students that probably voted for them.
And apparently they kept doing that at Epstein's parties. Dan, you know, you said you saw the disturbing picture this week of Peter Mandelson. It's up to you. I put a picture there in the I shared a picture that might make everybody feel better about life. Just again, if you want to put it in, it's my thumbnail. It's my thumbnail for tomorrow. There you go.
Oh, hello.
Wow.
I like
Thank the prophets is all I can say, Chris. Thank the prophets.
That would be that would be the thing. And hello, Kira. Hello, everybody.
I tell you, I'm so glad I got to post that picture in 1997.
Yeah,
that was a fun time.
It's one of those, isn't it? It's one of those.
Oh, and Dan, if you want to go over to my avatar,
yes,
I would like to let everybody know of. So this week I'm representing my friend Billy. So Billy's in a little bit of a pickle at the moment.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
So Billy makes what some people would call music. I make the mistake of listening to some of Billy's music, and I'm not entirely sure why you would classify this as music, but to each his own. But Billy's in a little bit of a pickle. So Billy bought a house.
Right.
Billy's very happy about her house. She's got horses and a dog that she humiliates on walks every day. So also pray for the dog. So Billy did what some people would call shooting her mouth off last week, or I would just call just being an idiot. Because we're on stolen land, so none of us can be illegal. But Billy is actually very happy. Billy is just so happy right now that Billy doesn't know exactly how to express this. So I'm here on Billy's behalf to say that Billy recognizes. I think Billy's a her. I'm not sure. We'll go with it. So Billy recognizes Billy's preferences, and Billy appreciates native-owned land, and Billy is very, very sorry for having built her mansion on land. So I'm here to say right now for Billy. Billy is going to give this house back, and Billy is going to spend the rest of whatever Billy did lose on her house, its house, making lives of the oppressed better. Because Billy has decided that she doesn't need any money. So this is why you can see by this picture, Billy is very, very excited about this whole prospect. Billy is going to donate all of its fortune.
I can't believe what she really looks like. I can't believe what she really looks like, Chris. Because I see girls looking like this all the time. Like having a fag in the doorway of the local Wetherspoons, usually at about 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Billy's a special case, but I would like to provide a warning to our fellow viewers, if I may.
Warning.
So I'm sure you are all tempted to go into go onto the interwebs or go onto YouTube. And hearing what Billy's music sounds like, I'm here to warn you before we get into the other warnings. Do not do this because you can never unhear it. It's awful. It will haunt you in your nightmares. You could never unhear this. And to my Zoomer friends out there, why? Just why? That's all I have to say. But we'll be taking donations for Billy.
Chris, I liked her James Bond theme quite a lot, but I'd never really heard of her before. And so I went and tried to listen to some of it afterwards, and I was not impressed. I was very similar to the expression on old Spock's face here. I wasn't impressed at all. It was very depressing. It was one of these, really. It was, no more.
Horrible is what you're talking. The word, it's horrible. It's, my God, I figured it was bad. She's got this video this song that she won a Grammy for called Bad Guy. Somebody explained to me, like, okay, there's 4 people here. Somebody explained to me how this is popular. Maybe I'm old. I'm a grumpy Gen X. We also had taste back in the day. Zoomers, please explain to me how does this person how?
I can explain it to you.
Okay.
I can totally explain it to you. Okay. She is the pop princess for the era that Zendaya was a section, right? It all makes sense, right? They convince young boys that like hot women are bad and you shouldn't be aroused with them. You should be aroused by walls of flesh like this. I don't get it. I don't get it.
She's got
my daughter's a Swiftie, so there you go.
David, no, David, we need to have a discussion.
Okay.
Have you introduced your daughter to like anything from like the 90s?
Absolutely. Yeah, she's a big fan of Britpop.
Okay, that's good.
She likes 80s stuff as well.
My son, the people.
Yeah, my son is very into. I bought him Michael, as I said before, Michael Jackson's Thriller on vinyl for Christmas, and he's 17, and he's very much into that stuff. He's not a big fan of Billie. My daughter doesn't like Billie.
Billie Jean and Billie Eilish.
Yeah, she does like Olivia Rodriguez as well. But you know, I'm trying to get her into Radiohead at the moment, so we're going quite well on that.
Okay, so it's all good. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring her on this show one of these weeks, and we need to have an intervention.
Yeah. Okay.
We do interventions well traditionally here, don't we? I think largely because we lean on the shoulders of the experts, really, the people who gladly sort of seeded the ground for us with the public service announcement films or public information films, as we had in Britain for all of those years. Chris, you have supplied a smorgasbord this week. So we've got a couple of choices, haven't we? So when we last got together, you offered us somewhat of a gambit, didn't you? We had a choice of what we were going to see, and then there was also an option for a greatest hits selection too. So do you want to preface this first one, this brand new one first?
Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? So I, Billy, am here to provide you some informational stuff. So we have a twofer this week. And since we have two, I made the first one very short. But I like this one because it gets straight to the point as to how badly things can go horribly wrong and you can ruin your life. And then because our friend Gary requested it last week, we're going to play Gary's request. So we can all be traumatized once again 2 months after we were last traumatized by this current thing. But first, we're going to learn about road safety and things that you should not be doing while driving because it will end very badly for you. So without further ado, Dan, roll clip number one.
It's Becky's fault, isn't it?
Wow.
I didn't watch this. Whoa.
Wow.
So he's not going to get laid then?
That was his booty call, wasn't it?
It was. It was. You can forgive him.
So we'll call this Dinner Time with Canadians. So I was going to play.
That's actually a very worthwhile. That's actually a very worthwhile clip. People need to see that because there's still too many people on their
totally out of
phones.
date. Like my wife's car just plays her messages to her.
Well, the unfortunate thing is that the amount of mobile phones in the UK that are actually being used at the time of accidents or road traffic collisions, as they are properly known, is astronomically high still.
That's because the amount of people using mobile phones in Britain is astronomically high.
Don't use the phone, folks. But yeah, this is what I like to call. See, this is in the final destination category of PSAs because nobody knows exactly what's going to happen until it happens. How many people saw that coming? Exactly.
I did not.
I didn't watch that one ahead of time as well. I mean, as a motorist, I've been driving for 35 years, something like that. As a motorist, you don't notice these things. I think you look at other cars, or at least I do, and I see cars rather than the people. I never really look at who's driving them. But since I started running, which has been like about 18 years ago, something like that, I immediately started to notice the people more, because obviously people drive past you, or people, if you're trying to cross the road or run across the road, you're just aware of people letting you go. And the amount of people you see who aren't paying attention to the road, whether it's other drivers or pedestrians, never mind runners or cyclists. And you think, well, if they're not paying attention, why aren't they paying attention? Because I never touch my phone when I'm driving. So
because they're all narcissists. Because
a great deal of the time, Gary, they are. Well, a great deal of the time, Gary, they are on their phones, and it's extraordinary. And sometimes you see people with them sort of stuck under their chin, so they've still got both hands on the wheel, but they've got their phone sort of jammed between their sort of shoulder and their chin. Other times, people are just using the one hand
because their lives are so important that, God forbid, they risk getting any text or any call, because what they have going on in their lives is so crucial. Every text matters, every call matters, and everybody else is far less important. It doesn't really matter if they're inconveniencing or probably about to kill somebody else.
I'll give you a little statistic, if I may. And the little statistic is that the UK has one of the highest drink drive limits in the world, at 80 milligrams of alcohol per 100 milliliters of blood. Okay, and that is the limit, or 36 micrograms of breath per 100 milliliters of breath. That is roughly 2.5 pints in an average person. Okay, that is the limit. Now, there have been studies done by the various road safety charities and the sort of National Police Chief Council, which indicate that somebody, whilst using a phone whilst driving, can be 2 to 3 times over the legal limit with respect to driving alcohol consumption. So they are distracted to the point of impaired thanks, Dan, of somebody of whom would be 2 to 3 times over the legal drink drive limit, which is one of the highest in the world. Okay. For the UK.
It startled me, David, when I noticed that. Obviously, facts like that are very depressing. At least we have the public information films to sort of, maybe this one will cheer us up a little bit more.
I hope so.
So we have got a dessert course. So
before we do that, Dan, because people were expecting the video called "I Hope You're Happy, Becky." That's what I called it. But it's a romantic kind of catastrophe. So given that next Saturday is Valentine's Day, I need to ruin everyone's day to make you all just as depressed as I am. So next week we're going to do I Hope You're Happy, Becky. But this one is a special gift to Gary.
Thank you. Because
he wanted to see it. And and we haven't been traumatized by this particular thing since November. So I think it's well past time we're traumatized again. So dedicated to Gary from the lovely US of A. Here we go.
Flooding that, isn't it?
Oh, the music is awesome.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh my God! It's Jeffrey Epstein.
You're not going to die. You're just going to be molested. Yeah, that's what you're going to do, baby.
Flying kites around electrical equipment is dangerous. You can be badly burned or killed, so be electrically alert. Fly kites only in open areas, away from power lines.
Okay, Dan, I have to comment. I was going to say, I'm talking about the last video.
Thank you, Chris.
That life was
You're
better
welcome,
before
man.
cell phones, right? Life was better before. But then you just showed me life before cell phones. That oh my god, it was always awful. That's crazy.
Well, and we made the same mistake. I think we all assumed that clown there, the mime act, Chris, is a dude, but it's actually a chick. She's got a great big pair of tits. In the
no, Dan, we're making assumptions. No, this is actually in one of my in the series of Predator commercials. We previously had we've had people in Halifax showing up in cars and being creepy. A few weeks ago, we met Amanda, and this is in that same category.
She was delightful.
That's right.
God. Well, I suppose we better put the wheels back on the rest of it. People will be wondering where we're going next, and where we've been, and why. I can't say I blame you. This is all part of the fun. Everybody, the coldest of cold opens ever. Things can only get better if we can stay generally in the right direction and keep our balance. I don't know.